Hello and welcome to another review for Xbox One Reviews. I'm Daniel Waite and this is brought to you in association with Andrew Edney's Movies, Games and Tech.com. Thanks to Andrew for allowing me to make content for his page, and thanks to the publishers and developers for the code.
We have many names.
Today's review is the Dead Tree of Ranchiuna, which is available for around £7 on multiple platforms. So, let's wait no longer and see what it's all about. Friendship is a fickle thing, therefore the smallest incident can break the strongest of bonds, and this can have devastating consequences. As we grow, our lives drift apart, but true friends can survive anything, or at least we'd like to think. When betrayal undermines everything you believe in, your world can appear dark and hollow. Sadly, this melancholy idea is the theme behind the Dead Tree of Ranchiuna. Developed by Tonguc, Bodur and Eastasiasoft Limited and published by the latter, this is an emotive walking simulator title. Set in a bleak wilderness filled with fantasy imagery, animals and beautiful scenery, this will capture your imagination. It has a dark and haunting story that is told through a mixture of eerie moments and lingering narration. Like Bodur's other recently released titles, Lucid Cycle and Drizzle Path Deja Vu, this one is relaxing and dreamy with a creepy twist. Tonguc Bodur is an expert in walking simulators. Furthermore, his games take you on some surreal adventures unlike any other. However, the Dead Tree of Ranchiuna is more interactive than his previous titles. It has a distinct detective theme, and by piecing together the clues, you unravel the many mysteries you encounter. The further you progress, the darker the plot becomes, and you soon realise that you are on a non-stop emotional roller coaster. You'll witness love, friendship, betrayal and more as the deep-seated plot unravels. You take on a soul-searching journey as a university graduate who returns to a village where he grew up. Upon his arrival, this once thriving place is deserted. There is no one around, and instead, you are accompanied by visions of the past. You witness the story of another man who returns to his beloved and his childhood friends. As you explore the surrounding environment, you discover the dark truth that taints this beautiful location. Whenever I take on a walking simulator title, I don't expect to be tested. However, this one asks you to undertake some minor puzzling elements. These simple tests require a small amount of skill and some logical thinking. I enjoyed how Bodur incorporated these elements into the gameplay. However, it was disappointing as they didn't go far enough. I would have liked the problems to dominate proceedings, as this would have enhanced the detective element of the gameplay. Though the lack of puzzles was disappointing, the Dead Tree of Ranchiuna's story unfolds at a perfect pace. Thanks to its linear plot and seamless world, you get to experience the twisted narrative in a timely manner.
Why would you die alone?
You'll witness cruel conversations, moments of betrayal, and a horrendous conclusion as your journey goes full circle. Some players may be frustrated at the lack of an open world experience. I, however, adored how each area funneled you to the next piece of cinematic. Thanks to the beautiful surroundings, it was easy to forget the sinister nature of the story, but the picturesque world was juxtaposed by the cruel and heinous crimes of the protagonists. The varied landscapes and combination of weather fronts creates both a warm and daunting atmosphere to explore. Like Bodur's other works, this one takes you on a surreal adventure full of overbearing and everyday imagery. The world you look at is stunning from afar, but is rough in places. Though this doesn't impact the end product, a bit more polish would have gone a long way. The audio wonderfully supports and complements the unnerving action. Furthermore, its varied soundtrack is full of heartwarming tunes and creepy noises. Alongside the powerful music, you'll experience moments of silence or the crisp sound of your footsteps. It was easy to stop and admire the vast rolling hillsides or the powerful waterfalls. Disappointingly though, the acting wasn't as strong as every other element. With a combination of wooden and hammy lines, some serious moments quickly become laughable. Fortunately, this didn't undermine the seriousness of each scene, and it shouldn't detract from the overall experience. I love a game that simplifies its controls, and this one has done just that. Moreover, if you want to be lazy, you don't even need to walk. Hell, why walk when you can auto-run? This idea was fantastic in theory, but in reality, it wasn't that useful. You'd end up running into walls, rocks, and it was more cumbersome than helpful. However, other than this minor issue, it was a joy to play. I found the controls to be responsive, and consequently, I rarely struggled to complete any task. Unlike its peers, this one has a layer of replay value. Once a story is completed, you unlock an ability to expand previously visited areas. This skill enables you to explore the world in greater detail, and it was fascinating to touch an otherwise unseen locations. I loved how this was implemented, as it added to the short 2-hour gameplay. The Dead Tree of Ranchiuna won't be for everyone. Its slow gameplay will frustrate some, while others will miss the point altogether. However, if you appreciate a surreal and unusual story that unfolds gradually, then you'll love it. Its cryptic narrative and hidden meanings keep you guessing from the start, and I adored this approach. For me, this is Bodur's greatest title, and I hope he continues in this vein. I loved it, and I recommend that you buy it. Follow the path, observe the madness, and strip back the layers of this dark mystery. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like what you've seen. If you have, give the video a like, comment below, and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, keep gaming.